Hi guys, Random here at YouTube.com. If you like my channel, like, subscribe, and press that bell button for notifications. That way, make sure that bell is highlighted. Also, that way you know when I post a video each and every time. Well, hi guys, I'm just teaching everyone you. I'm just posting a video, giving you an update about myself actually. So hopefully, I can educate some of you out there a little bit about myself. As some of you may know, I think I might have seen this on my channel before. I have epilepsy. All right. I don't know if you guys know that or anything. You guys seen some of my videos, kind of goofy or whatever. I do this as a stress relief and no specific niche or anything like that. Just a random videos from whatever I do from here in southeast Michigan. All right. So some of you guys might know where southeast Michigan is or whatever. It's not far from Lake Huron at all. Very close. But anyways, the reason I'm telling you about myself is about my update of epilepsy is that I'll be doing an in-hospital stay, and it'll be on August 25th. So just letting you guys know, giving you a heads up in case you haven't seen any videos stuff. I think in the hospital I'm allowed to. I don't think I can record anything, but I do think I'm allowed to take some pics here and there. I'll probably just be mostly about myself, or see how I have my eagle head bandana on here. Instead, I'll have cotton wrapped around my head with these little electrodes stuff on. Something about epilepsy, if you guys are wondering, it's different from seizures, but there are seizures associated with epilepsy, of course. A lot of people don't know that. And one thing that people don't understand about epilepsy is that people think that, oh, I have epilepsy, so what? Big deal. No, epilepsy can be very deadly at that time, especially for something like mine. I have nocturnal seizures where I can actually die in my sleep. Even though I've only had 3 nocturnal seizures in my lifetime, I've been seizure free for a little while, a little over 2.5 years so far. So good. Of course, I have anti-seizure medicines and stuff like that. And I've had one pseudo seizure, which is called PNES, is psychogenic non-epileptic seizure, where it was basically caused by stress and other things, anxiety, and it could be work related or anything like that. People don't realize that, yeah, you can have seizures from that. You can also have seizures from alcohol withdrawal, or you can have a seizure from a fever and stuff. Because what your body does is shutting it down a certain way to protect itself. And yeah, too much stimulants like caffeine, if you're drinking too much stimulants, you can have that kind of seizure possibly if you're going to a draw from caffeine, which is very interesting. Or not, just let you know that I will be in the hospital today. Hopefully the insurance improves it, because we all know how insurance can be a stickler, however they do stuff. Who even knows what doctors are actually approving it? Could just be some way going by a guideline. Maybe they have some type of small degree in something, but they're not an actual doctor. Maybe they're just an assistant of some type. I don't know. I'm not sure how insurance works, but insurance can be very tricky, as we all know, because they don't want to prove anything, so they don't want to pay out anything. And with this world going on today and how everything's being shifted from here to there and move money from here to there, whatever, very crazy. It reminds me, there's this one video of these kids. I think they're in a Walmart store or whatever, but he had a cast on crutches or whatever. All of a sudden, you see him start to shake, fall down all of a sudden, but you can tell he's still going down very slow and caught himself. And all of a sudden, he pretended to go into a seizure-like thing. And all of a sudden, you see another person come out of nowhere and we go to touch him, and he starts to go into a fake seizure thing. And I see a person in the background getting ready to go, but then she realized it was fake. To me, that's very distasteful to the epilepsy community, found the epilepsy community, because that's, even though they're kids and stuff, you guys have no idea, unless you really do have seizures or anything like that, how it makes them feel, making fun of other people like that. There's no reason to do that. To me, I think that was very distasteful. It may be funny to some others and they could care less, but to me, no, that's not funny, making fun of it. That'd be me, like other people, making fun of people that just have disabilities just because, for fun, Hey, look at that person. They only have one leg, you know what I'm saying? It's not funny at all. We don't know how that happened or how it got there. Person has one, what? Don't do that. It's disrespectful and not tasteful at all. In your mind may think it's funny, but no, it's not. But anyways, August 25th is when I'll be going into the hospital. I don't know if it's 3 to 5 days. And the cool thing is my wife does get to stay with me, so which is cool. Well, I think that's very nice. Some places don't let you do that. So basically, what they're going to do, like I said, they're going to rip me up like a money, put these little electrodes on me and stuff. And yes, they're going to be taking me off my medicines because they want to provoke seizures and stuff. So they may take some flashing lights and flash at me because flashing lights can be a stimulant or can be something that may trigger seizures. Noises, certain noises can trigger seizures. Anything, sound, like I said, sound, noises, ambient light, even certain lights, they can have photosensitivity, That's how what they call these sunglasses, some blue sunglasses that some seizure people wear and stuff. They keep the blue light out and filter blue light out and stuff. That could be a possible trigger. Even the ambience, the ambience of a place, how quiet it is, how noisy it is, the level of something. So things like that. Now, just to let you know that seizures and epilepsy are two different things. Like I said, even though there's epilepsy that is associated, seizures are associated with that. Some seizures are associated with epilepsy, but they can be just regular seizures, like a focal seizure where they're focalized and stuff. They know what's going on and stuff, but they can't answer or do anything right at the moment. You can go right in front of them when their eyes won't even blink, something like that. They hear you and stuff, but they just can't answer you and things like that because it's a focal seizure. So it's weird how it works. There's partial absence seizures and so many different seizures. Like I said, there's a fever. A seizure, your body is shutting down to protect itself from like a fever or withdrawals and things like that. Because your body wants to protect itself, protect our organs and stuff like that. And seizures are very hard to capture because they're usually deep down into the brain, down where, the brain's down here. I think they say what the brain weighs between 5 and 8 pounds or whatever, but your brain is a supercomputer and there's all kinds of stuff. So, what happens basically when you have a seizure is just the electrons get mismatched and misfire, I guess you could say, put it that way. Your right controls your left controls your right. Then, so if it misfires, your left's controlling left, your right's controlling your right, and nothing's going right. That's why, your brain wrecks, basically. So basically, my brain took a wreck. My brain wreck. So, other than that, I think it's very important for people to be educated on seizures and epilepsy. Because a lot of people don't understand how it works, and some think they're just whatever. They don't care. They're not really doing anything. They're just doing it for attention. No, they're not. Also, if you don't see any videos from me in a while, that's why, because I'll be in the hospital. But I'll be bringing some more videos until then. So, but if I'm in the hospital, I probably won't be showing any videos. So, I encourage you guys, to each and every one of you, to all my subscribers, please go educate yourself on epilepsy. Or if you know somebody that has epilepsy, go walk in their shoes with them for a day. And go with them with their routine if you can, if you're able to. See what it's like, what they have to do, taking their medicines and stuff, and their seizures they have. There's people that have 20 seizures a day, or even more, some to 80. So imagine having up to between 20 to 100 seizures a day. Can you imagine that? How would you feel with that? When people have seizures and stuff, their body, all their muscles, every muscle is used in their body. They are exhausted. They are tired. They did not want to move. They did not want to do anything. They are super tired because their body, each part of the muscle has just been used. So you wonder why they're tired. That is why. And you wonder why you want to lay down? What's going on? Come on, let's go here. No, they can't go there. They need the rest. Their body needs to recover. It has to. They have no choice but to recover. All right. Yeah, they could if they wanted to push themselves, but no, it's not a good idea. So it's best for them just to relax, stay home. So also, sometimes people get seizures is low electrolytes. Not get their body with fluids enough, such as electrolytes. Like a good thing to take is like a Gatorades or those little Fakerades, as you can call them, or the Gatorade packets themselves, or just Gatorade bottles. Anything that has electrolytes, because your body has to replenish itself, because you're losing all those electrolytes through the energy. So, but anyways, like I said, go check out epilepsy.com, Epilepsy.com. It'll tell you about epilepsy and seizures. There's over 40 plus different types of seizures. So there's some that are very rare that people don't even know about, but people do have them. So some people have lived with their seizures for over 40 plus years. It's amazing how long they lived. Like mine are nocturnal seizures. I could die instantly, basically. Mine could be very deadly. Basically, mine are from when I fall asleep or getting very close to be waking up. I've had 3 seizures, as I mentioned, and 4 if you count a pseudo seizure, which stands for a psychogenic non-epilepsy seizure, which means caused from stress, work, or whatever else kind of environment. But my last one, my third one, nocturnal one, was I was not responding at all. I was intubated, put on a ventilator, and I don't know. Me, I'm a man. I'm a man of God. I have faith in God. That's just me. And some of you may not. That's fine. That's your choice. I'm not here to judge you. That's not my place to judge. But I'm a man of God, and I have faith, and I've already made my peace. Am I scared? No, not really. I've been scared in the past, way in the past. I'm 50 years old. I've got nieces, nephews, great nieces and nephews, my sisters, my mom and dad. My wife has her mom and dad. I have my wife. So I'm just happy to be alive. I could have died a couple of times. All those seizures that I've had, all those nocturnal seizures could have killed me. Just like that, and I wouldn't even know. So I know probably say, well, that sounds like a great way to go. Well, maybe for some, maybe for not. But I want to stay on this earth as long as possible, as much as possible. Well, I always said I'm going to live until I'm 100. If I live until I'm 100, that'd be awesome. That'd be great. Along with my wife, of course. So, and I'll be married 22 years this upcoming November. So that'd be awesome. That's a long time. So I just want to say I appreciate each and every one of you that subscribe to my channel. And if you want to, help me get to my 500 subscribers. That's my goal, to get to 500 subscribers and at least 1,000 watch hours. So if you like my channel, like and share it, leave a comment, put it on a loop, share it with other people. Like I said, I have no specific niche or anything like that. And yes, I'm a man of God. I'm also ordained, so that's why I guess I have peace and stuff. I'm just one day, someone just told me to go do it and become ordained, and I don't know why, I don't know how, but I did, and I feel much at peace. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. Random at youtube.com, and I highly encourage you to go check out epilepsy.com and learn about it and learn about seizures and stuff. It talks about seizures and epilepsy and other things on there. There are different types of seizures and diseases that come along with it. There's all kinds of different diseases that include seizures with it. So like I said, I think epilepsy is not fun enough. It's not known well enough as stand up to cancer stuff and breast awareness and heart attacks and stuff like that. I'm not dismissing those either. Those are very important to understand too, but I think epilepsy needs to be more funded and be more recognized as much as those outfits are also, as those diseases. It needs to be put on TV more. It's not put on TV as much as it should be and not recognized as much so. And like I said, if you can, if you know somebody with epilepsy, go hang out with them, see what it's like, see why they feel like they're just people just look down on them, and people do look at them. Employers look down on them, because they look at them as it's a liability for their company. But also, epilepsy is ADA, falls underneath ADA, American Disabilities Act. So if companies say they fire them just because of that, they could get in trouble. So to all your companies out there watching that, yeah, you may have some higher power lawyers and stuff like that. I'm sure you probably could afford, but don't forget, it could backfire in your face, and it could hurt your business also. So thanks for watching. This is Random at youtube.com. Like, subscribe, press that bell button for all notifications. You guys have a great night.